Donald Trump just unveiled what he calls the largest AI infrastructure project in history. Right? And so the initiative in question is a joint venture with OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle that'll invest in data centers and computing technology for AI. And while that venture, called Stargate, will start with an initial investment of $100 billion, Trump and the tech partners said it could reach as much as $500 billion over the next 4 years. And specifically here, those three massive companies will help fund these investments, but the venture will also be open to other investors as well. With Trump also claiming that Stargate will create more than 100,000 jobs almost immediately. And so as a result, the president has championed this as a massive success in the first days in office, painting this as a vote of confidence in his administration and saying this monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. But very notably here, you have people pointing out that despite Trump's claims, the initial plans for Stargate actually reportedly went back to when Biden was in office. Right back in March of last year, the tech outlet The Information reported that Microsoft and OpenAI were working on plans for a $100 billion data center called Stargate. A fact that, when we were looking around, many right-leaning outlets neglected to mention instead, just presenting this as a major victory for Trump. And this is even at the press conference announcing the initiative, you had Oracle CEO Larry Ellison saying that construction for 10 data centers was already underway, indicating that this was already in the works before Trump. But with that said, Donald Trump has also made it clear that he intends to go much further than Biden when it comes to AI. And I mean, just one example of this is that this announcement is coming after Trump, as one of his first acts in office, rolled back an executive order on AI that Biden had enacted that aimed to reduce risks the technology presented to consumers, workers, and national security. And during the presser yesterday, we also saw the president saying he would remove barriers to allow for more data centers to be built, vowing to make emergency declarations to expedite the project's development and allow Stargate to generate its own electricity. Though, I will say there, he did not provide any details on how exactly he would justify doing that or what powers he has to achieve those goals. And so as a result, critics have raised concerns about plowing ahead with these AI efforts full speed and the risks these pose to consumers, the environment, and national security. And as we've talked about a number of times before, these AI data centers use massive amounts of energy, with them mostly being fossil fuels. And hell, just last month, the Department of Energy estimated that energy demand for US data centers tripled over the last decade and is expected to double again in just the next 4 years. And this is the enormous energy required for those centers. It doesn't just increase pollution, it strains resources. With the North American Electric Reliability Corporation finding in a recent report that nearly half the entire country is at an increased risk of power supply shortfalls over the next 10 years as power consumption increases for AI data centers and other needs. But then also, in addition to the usual conversations about the environment and security that always crop up with big AI ventures, some of the backlash we ended up seeing coming from this announcement came from unexpected places. Right? I mean, it included people like Elon Musk, a fervent champion of both Donald Trump and AI, with Musk seen responding to a post by OpenAI announcing Stargate and writing, "They don't actually have the money," with him then adding SoftBank is well under $10 billion secured. "I have that on good authority." But there, notably, we saw OpenAI CEO Sam Altman praising Musk as the most inspiring entrepreneur of our time, but then hitting back at his claims, writing, "Wrong. As you surely know, want to come visit the first site already underway? This is great for the country. I realize what is great for the country isn't always what's optimal for your companies, but in your new role, I hope you'll mostly put America first." Right? And this back and forth and Musk's comments here are super notable because, according to the Wall Street Journal, Musk's comments mark the first time that he has raised questions about a Trump-led initiative since the president put him in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency. Though also, I would say it's not surprising because it's one of the first times Donald Trump has done something to benefit a rival of Musk's. Because even though Stargate seems like it could also benefit Musk's AI company, XAI, he has long, we'll say, had it out for Sam Altman. But among other things, initially Musk was an early investor in OpenAI, but he has since sued the company, alleging that it put profits before the benefit of humanity, with him claiming that OpenAI tricked him into becoming an investor by promising to keep its status as a nonprofit organization, but then later changed to become a for-profit company. With it then also reported that sources close to Musk have said that he openly despises Altman. But then also, beyond that, I will say we saw some unexpected backlash from other Trump supporters, with many seen taking issue with remarks made by Ellison, right, the Oracle CEO, at the press conference announcing Stargate. Because while Ellison was talking about the uses of AI that this investment will fuel, he said this.
"One of the most exciting things we're working on, again, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. All of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test, and using AI to look at the blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again, using AI in about 48 hours.
And so with that, you had a lot of Trump supporters hearing the term mRNA and just losing their fucking shit, with the phrase trending high on X this morning and people writing things like, "I'm sorry, I am MAGA, but I hear mRNA vaccine and that'll be a no for me." But then others also saying they voted for Trump, but this crosses a line, urging him to stop the effort. I mean, we even saw major conservative voices chiming in, like conservative YouTubers, the Hodge twins, who tweeted, "So y'all know we are 100% against the $500 billion mRNA Stargate AI vaccine program. We said make America healthy again, not load us up with experimental shots that are gonna kill us." So yeah, not a clean one side versus another thing. There's a lot of infighting, a lot of different thoughts and opinions. Time will tell, though, how all this is gonna play out. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this clip from the full Philip DeFranco show. And also, a big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring our Clips channel. Turn your passion into profit over at squarespace.com/Phil, or use the QR code. Because whether you're launching a business or a lucrative side hustle, your website is your digital business card. It's the only space where you control the story, no algorithms or distractions. And with Squarespace, it's so easy because they got a ton of stunning professional templates with drag and drop editing that makes site design incredibly simple, no coding required. So get started for free at squarespace.com/Phil, or scan the QR code on screen and use code Phil for 10% off when ready to launch. Squarespace.com/Phil.